You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you.
All right, go ahead and take out your math books, open them up to page 149, which looks like this. Okay? All right, so at the top, we have some restas. Down here we have some subas and restas. So you know how to do all these by now, so why don't you go ahead and do them. Okay? Next we have some questions about how many centavos we have. So I'll just walk you through this here real quick. 4 dimes and 8 pennies. A dime is 10 and a penny is 1. So we have 4 10s and 8 1s. How many is that? That's 48, right? And this one is 5 nickels and 2 pennies and 1 quarter and 2 nickels. A quarter is 25 and a nickel is 5, right? A quarter is 25, a nickel is 5. So look at these, figure out the answer, and put your answer right here, okay? Go ahead. Next is this. I'm not going to read this to you. You can read it if you want. But the question is basically, what's 4 plus 2 plus 3? 4 más 2 más 3. Son qué? Put your answer down there. All right. And then we have some more sumas. And we have one of these. If you've forgotten how to do these, you just take the number here and add the number up here. So 7 plus 3, 7 más 3, son qué? 7 más 5, son qué? 7 más 6, 7 más 1, like that, okay? All right, go ahead and do these. All right, on the back page, we have our new thing for this week. Take a look at what we got going on here. All right. Now, here we have a fish. How big is that fish? Well, they tell you how big that fish is, but if you were to get your ruler out, you would see that this fish is 1 inch long. Okay, very well and good. But what if you were swimming in the ocean? You went on the beach and you saw this fish. Would that fish be 1 inch long in real life? No. It would be 1 foot long. In this picture, the fish is 1 inch long. In real life, the fish is 1 foot long. But if you had a 1 foot long fish on this page, it would take up most of the page. Let me get my ruler out. Grab my ruler. Remember, this is 1 foot, right? If this fish was really 1 foot, it would take up, see that? It would take up too much of the page. Okay, so they have to draw it small so you can see it. We've had stuff like this before. We've had pictures of trees. And they said, how big is that tree? Well, it's a picture of a tree, right? That's not a real tree. You couldn't put a real tree on this page. So they put a little picture of a tree like that. They say, how big is that tree? You say, that tree is 3 inches tall. Well, that tree wouldn't be 3 inches tall in real life. Okay? This is called scale. In Spanish, that's escala. Scale. Okay? That's when you take something and you shrink it down to make it fit on the page. Okay? This fish would be 1 foot long in real life, but they shrunk it down to 1 inch long to put it on the page. Okay? So, with this picture here, 1 inch is the same as 1 foot. Now, in real life, that's not true. In real life, this is 1 inch, 1 pulgar, and this is 1 foot. In real life, an inch is not the same as a foot. But in this picture, an inch is the same as a foot. It's 1 inch on this picture is 1 foot in real life. Do you see how this works? Look at this flag here. Okay? How long is this flag? Well, we measure this flag, and we can see that this flag is 3 inches long. But it says up here, write the length, escribe the length of the real flag. Use the scale, 1 inch equals 1 foot. So in this picture, it's 3 inches. But in real life, if you saw this flag, if 1 inch is 1 foot, this is 3 inches, so it would be 3 feet. Okay? This can be a little hard to understand, especially if you don't speak English very well. Last year when I taught this, most of the kids understood it, but there was one boy who didn't speak English very well, and he really had a hard time with this. So let's take a look at this map here to explain it a little better. Okay? This is a map of part of Jamaica. That's where this flag is from. It's from Jamaica. Okay? Now, here, if you take a look at the one on your paper, you'll be able to see it better. It doesn't show up very well on the camera here. But we have, there's the city of Kingston, the capital, and we have some other cities. Now, what if I was in Jamaica, and I wanted to drive from Kingston to New Kingston, and I say, how far apart are they? Well, every map has something like this on the side, okay, which tells you how far apart they are in the picture and how far apart they are in real life. This says 1 inch equals 1 mile. So I take out my regla and I measure, here's Kingston, here's New Kingston over here, and I measure them. And it says from Kingston to New Kingston is 1 inch. Okay? 1 inch on the map. Now, if I were really in Jamaica, would Kingston and New Kingston be 1 inch apart in real life? No, it wouldn't be. That'd be silly. But they would be 1 mile apart. In this picture, 1 inch is the same as 1 mile. In this picture, 1 inch was the same as 1 foot. In this picture, 1 inch is the same as 1 foot, so that up here. But in this picture, 1 inch is the same as 1 mile. So, I measure it. And if I go 2 inches on this map, that means in real life, if I was in Kingston, I would go 2 miles. If I go 3 inches on this map, that means in real life, I would go 3 miles. See how this works? So here, it says 5 miles. If 1 mile is the same as 1 inch, how far apart would they be on the map? 5 miles is 5 inches. 7 miles is 7 inches. 10 miles is 10 inches. And 3 miles is 3 inches. Now, every map is different. That doesn't mean that every time you look at a map, it will be the same. But what you want to do is pull out every map you look at, it'll have something like this on it. And you can see how big this thing would be in real life by looking at how big it is on the map and doing the math. If that confuses you, don't worry. We're going to be working on this for a while. Okay? Okay. And then down here, we have some coins. We have half dollars, which are 50 centavos, 50 centavos, quarters, which are 25 centavos, 25, and dimes, which are 10 centavos, 10 centavos, and nickels, which are 5 centavos. Okay, so how much money do we have? Figure that out. Okay? Okay, then you're done with this, you can go on to your English class.